As with all things, people and objects are lost to time, and that is just a way of life. People thousands of years in the future will not know you or even how life really was here in the past, and that is especially true when it comes to video games. When it comes to video games, there are many genres that are beloved by members of their respective communities, and these games are ranging from the genres of FPS, like Call of Duty, there's battle royales such as Fortnite, there's rhythm-based games such as DDR, and even card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are being played online daily by players. But in the future, most of, if not all of these games will have been a forgotten gem only to be remembered by the souls who were fortunate enough to play them. And this is especially true in the first-person tactical FPS shooter genre. There are many games that come and go just like a new cell in a body, being born just a waste away in a flash, and then to finally be restored into another game for the overall body of the tactical shooter. And this cycle continues indefinitely. There are some very little games that actually stay and become bigger and relevant than a single cell organism, such as Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege, where it already seems that it's now on its decline and will soon die just like the rest of them, and it's just going to be picked up by somebody else with the blueprint to create something even better, and then the cycle will continue once again. And that has happened to one of the most underrated tactical shooter games ever in the genre, and it has all of the tools to become a popular and a mainstream game and make waves all over the entire gaming community, just like its forefathers before it, and that is Antero and M7's Productions video game called 0 Hour.
পরিস্থিতি আমাদের নিয়ন্ত্রণের বাইরে চলে যাচ্ছে। এমএস ইউনিটকে এখনই দরকার।
Zero Hour released on August 12th of 2020, and in it you play as a SWAT team and you help people all across Bangladesh as you attempt to save them from a terrorist organization who are trying to overthrow the government because their leader was double-crossed by said government. So, some real deal deep lore here. When you first start out, you are brought to the planning table where you and your teammates can sit down on the map and actually draw out your route and get on the same page before entering the building. This is something that not a ton of games uses and implements, and it gives you a we need to plan, this is a bigger type of event type vibe compared to just, you know, I pick my spawn and we rush in. This also adds to the layers of realism to the game, and I think it's a smart choice by the developers to add this into the game, and I wish other games would add them into it into the future. The game is slow paced, and it makes sure that you have to pay attention to every detail or you will lose or have a very good chance at losing. The game is the definition of teamwork, and you need a ton of it to be the most effective squad that you can. You can go off by yourself and do your own thing, but it won't feel the same, and it won't give you the same results most of the time. The game is centered around saving a hostage by either defusing a bomb on the hostage or taking said hostage away and helping him escape. And during that time, you're engaged in combat with enemy players that are attempting to stop you. The game is set up in a 5v5 format with attackers and defenders getting to select their loadout, and the unique thing about the way that you select loadouts here is that everything is in a pool. So let's say there are 5 pairs of night vision goggles, say 2 people die in that first round, you will then lose those 2 night vision goggles for the rest of the game. Same for every piece of utility, even including your guns. But the cool thing about 0 Hours, even if you kill another player, you can actually still steal their gun. So say if I'm an attacker and I kill a defender, I can steal their MAC 10 and then use that MAC 10 the next round if I survive. But don't fear, when you die, because you will die, there are things that you can actually do. Like for starters, you can go on cameras on defenders like in Siege, and during the round there's also something else that can affect the entire playing field, and that is the concept of light. In 0 Hour you can actually go to a fuse box and turn on and off the lights. You can make it pitch black and making it more of a horror game than a shooter game at some point. You can use this to your advantage because somebody might come to the box and you can set a trap and take the player out, or if you bring flashlights you'll be able to blind people it's considerable distance away. With a game the size of 0 Hour, there's a ton of stuff that even I haven't been able to play with, so I suggest that you go and check it out yourself. The game is currently $6 on Steam. It's normally $11 to $12. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please check out 0 Hour. Tell me about some other games that you guys have, you know, fond memories of, and I can maybe talk about them in a video. But with that being said, Dex out.
Keep it to yourself, don't tell nobody where you had to ride. Don't know about you, but I got rich inside my habitat. Gladway love to shoot when he get mad, can't tell that boy relax.